I'm Hillary Hyslop with the Clewsiton Chamber of Commerce, and I am here with Chief Angell from the Clewsiton Police Department and the Assistant Chief Marcy V. So we're here today to talk to you guys a little bit about Halloween safety, some tips and tricks that the Chief and the Assistant Chief might have to make sure that all of our kiddos have a super fun Halloween and stay safe. So, how you guys doing?
Wonderful. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Doing good.
Great.
So, how much do you guys love Halloween?
We love it. We
Absolutely.
can't
Love seeing all the kiddos running around in their
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
costumes, and it is fun.
Yeah.
It is fun.
Kind of safe to build up to it and everybody getting excited. And
Yeah, I've got my kids gonna, I don't know if they're gonna trick or treat this year or not. My youngest is already in 7th grade. I think it might be over,
yeah,
which kind of makes me a little bit sad, but we'll pass out candy.
There you go.
absolutely.
You can still participate.
Anyway.
Exactly.
So, what are you guys thinking? What's one of your top concerns as far as Halloween safety goes for our, not just the kids, but the parents and everybody who's kind of out and about that evening?
Well, the big thing is pedestrian safety and making sure that, when we're out both walking and if we are going to operate a vehicle, that we're thinking safety and that it's paramount and first and foremost on our minds. When we're walking, we want to make sure that we're crossing at designated crosswalks. We want to make sure we're looking both ways before we cross the street. We want to make sure that electronic devices, which kind of, can distract us.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that
Walking
that we're
like
not.
this?
Yes, ma'am. If you're going to use your electronic device, just like if you're driving a vehicle, stop. Stand to the side. Do what you got to do, and then put it up before you start walking again, so you can really pay attention to your surroundings. I think everybody's familiar with kind of how congested some of the local areas can get, and how quickly they can become a safety concern for both motorists and pedestrians.
Sure.
If you are going to let your child go out and trick or treat alone, make sure that you instill that in them before they cross that roadway. Look both ways, and make sure too, something that's really important is that when they look both ways, if they see a vehicle coming, make sure they make eye contact with the operator of that vehicle, because just because they see that vehicle doesn't mean that the operator of that vehicle sees them. I mean, we know quite often that the drivers can become distracted with everything that's going on. I mean, if we're dealing with a lot of pedestrians or a lot of other vehicle traffic, right, their attention might not be focused on you, so make sure that yours is focused on them. And then, in addition to that, make sure we're using designated sidewalks. Again, crossings at the intersections and what have you. And then, again, just, make sure that we're being mindful of everyone else that's out there, on the roadways and in the community. As long as all of us have safety on our mind and it's first and foremost in what we're doing, we should all come out of it and have a great event.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I've always tried to tell my kids the importance of staying on the sidewalk.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
We're not going to walk in the street, get on the sidewalk, just because drivers, by and large, don't expect to see people walking in the middle of the street.
Exactly. Yeah.
No matter when it is, you're driving.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
I know it happens. But I've always tried to teach mine to stay on the sidewalk and all that kind of good stuff.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
What else? What are we thinking?
So to that, and he talked about the mobile devices, but and he referred specifically to the parents, but also, we see a lot of kids walking around with them too. So when the little ones, you want to be mindful that you're taking the device from them, grab the picture, upload it later, and put it away, because you want to spend time with the kids first and foremost while they're doing the trick or treating and pay attention and just enjoy that quality time, but also so that it's not a hazard for them too.
Yeah.
Other things too, I think, I think you spoke to that, but sometimes the masks, we don't pay attention to. If kids are wearing masks, it can impair their vision too. So just for drivers, pedestrian wise, they might not see you. Just because you can see the mask or the face doesn't mean that the kid has full view from underneath.
Yeah.
Something to keep in mind.
That's a very good one. What about trick-or-treating on bicycles and skateboards and stuff like that? Is that a...
I mean, again, if that's, the way you choose, if that's your mode of transportation that you choose Wednesday evening, by all means, but, keep in mind, use caution, that you're sharing the roadways with numerous other people and other vehicles and and what have you. So again, you know, if that's your chosen mode of transportation, so be it. Just again, same thing applies. Just be safe. Think about safety. Be mindful of everyone else that's out there, and it should be a safe event.
Sure. And I remember growing up when we used to trick or treat. You know, my mom was always like, if it's not a wrapped candy, if it's been unwrapped, throw it out. You know, so do you guys want to speak to that? The importance of candy safety?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
It's still a thing.
It is. No, absolutely. You know, and you definitely.
We'll make that hashtag on our video here. Hashtag candy safety.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You want to be mindful of, you know, whatever your children are getting or whatever they happen to collect on Halloween night. Make sure that you screen it. You know, and then also, you know, make sure that, you know, you stay to those neighborhoods that you know and what have you. And that helps your children also if they're familiar with that neighborhood. They're a little more comfortable. It's a little easier for them to get around in. So, you know, that's always beneficial as well. But yeah, you always want to screen what they get. You always want to be mindful of it. And, you know, unfortunately, that's just, you know, something that's, it's a reality, unfortunately. So.
As well as stranger danger.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely.
And always encourage groups. So, you know, if your kid is going out and they're maybe under, you know, around the age of 12 or so and they're trick-or-treating on their own, you want to definitely encourage them to travel in a group if possible with other friends. That's always going to be safer.
Yeah,
Just 'cause
safety
there's
in
more
numbers. Yeah, I don't think that goes away ever, like even as an adult.
Right, yes.
Safety in numbers.
Absolutely.
Always. Dogs and stuff like that. Any kind of word of advice to dog owners about how to, you know, best keep their animal from getting in a situation, you know, that it doesn't want to be in, and, you know, I mean, nobody wants to get bit by an animal, but a dog owner doesn't want to see their dog, you know, get.
I think it's like any other, maybe even like 4th of July where a lot of pets go missing. People don't realize it. Halloween, because you have the excessive traffic and you have people coming and going at odd hours. Definitely want to secure your pets. Put them somewhere, bring them in if that's a possibility for you, or at least just make sure they're somewhere safe where they're not going to get out, potentially be frightened by a pedestrian or a child, and maybe lead to some kind of incident.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's stressful on them as well.
Yeah,
you know,
it is,
and,
absolutely.
Right,
you have
it's not it's not
a
a
large-
regular day.
Yeah, I mean, you got a large number of strangers approaching your residence, and you know that's their home, and you know
territorial.
exactly. So you know, I think that's a great suggestion. Is, you know, bring them inside if you can, or you know, kind of help them. You know, just be a little more
not just
comfortable.
looking out for the public, but looking out for your
absolutely.
best interest as well.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah,
Well, what do
absolutely.
you guys have anything else that you feel like we didn't touch on that you would want to relay to the public, or are there certain hours for trick or treating that the city's trying to promote, or is it just kind of
No,
at your discretion?
you know, we are hosting, you know, our first annual trunk or treat event up around the
tell us
Sweetest
about
Town
that.
Playground. Yeah. So we're really excited. That'll be between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. On Wednesday night. It'll be up around the Sweetest Town Playground. So yeah,
Is it the
absolutely.
city or the police department?
The police department.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
We're co-hosting with
With
some
the-
other EMS will be partnering with us, the sheriff's office will be partnering
Oh,
with us.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
So-
Methodist Church will be expanding their event, so we're actually in a section off the street there, so we can just kind of make room for foot traffic to move safely through there.
We'll have law enforcement vehicles, fire trucks, ambulances. Again, the Methodist
other
Church
local
is going to be there. Some other local businesses are going to participate in the event and provide. It'd be a good time. So
Very cool.
yeah, it'll be bounce houses, face painting. We're even going to do kind of a haunted house or scary walk of sorts for the little ones. So
Nice.
yeah,
That sounds like a
yeah,
great time.
it sounds exciting. So yeah, you're out and about, stop by by all means.
And that's 6 to 8, and typically, I don't know, when do we shut trick-or-treating down? I don't think there's really any set time for that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, most people, you know, normally between the hours of 5:30 and 9:30.
People turn like when you run
I
out
would
of
think.
candy.
When you run out of
Right.
candy, yes.
Right. That's what I tell my kids. If the light's not on, don't go to their door.
Exactly.
If they don't want to participate, which is fine. That's fine. But
Yeah.
don't go ringing their doorbell if
And
they
maybe
don't
they're
want
not
you to
home.
stop by.
Maybe they're out enjoying all the great things that are going to be going on in our community Wednesday night.
That's very
so.
true. Maybe they're a parent too, and they've got their kids out doing the same thing we're
Exactly,
doing.
yeah.
So,
So,
all right, well, excellent. So, if you guys have any questions, you can drop your question in the comments below, and either the chamber or the Clewsiton Police Department will answer those questions for you. And I'd like to remind you all that on Wednesday, the chamber is going to be giving out trick-or-treat candy between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. That is the hours that the chamber is open, 9 to 4. This is kind of geared towards, we wanted to maybe get to interact with some of our younger children in the community, maybe some of our younger preschoolers that go to school half a day, some of our homeschoolers, you know, that are here in our community, and of course our elementary, middle school, high school if you dare. You know, you can swing by when you get out. There should be a nice little window of time that you can swing by and pick up some trick-or-treat candy. You don't have to be dressed up. We're just trying to find a way to engage with the community a little bit better. So we look forward to seeing you guys then. And if we don't, have a happy Halloween.
And a safe one.